Hi everybody, it's Erin from Blush Loop Studio, and today I'm bringing you this beginner-friendly tutorial for this shell stitch. This is a super dense stitch and it's pretty easy to learn. We're pretty much going to be doing single crochets and double crochets to achieve this. It's great for both blankets and scarves. For this tutorial, I'll be using the I Love This cotton yarn, which is a worsted weight yarn, and a size 5mm hook. We are going to start by putting a slip knot on our hook, and then we're going to chain 20 or any multiple of 6 plus 2. So for this, it would be 18, which is a multiple of 6, and then you add 2, which is going to account for the chain you need to turn your work to start your first row. So if you're following along, chain 20, make sure your chains aren't too tight, but you want a steady tension throughout. For row 1, we are going to start into that second loop from the hook, and we are going to make a single crochet. Next, we're going to skip 2 stitches, and then we're going to begin our first row of shell stitches. So this is going to be 5 double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to skip 2. Make sure you're paying attention here because the shell can kind of distort the stitch next to it. But we're going to skip 2, make a single crochet. And now we're going to skip 2 and we're going to do that same shell stitch again. So 5 double crochets in the same stitch. In this first one, you're going to notice that your chain loosens up a lot and creates a big hole, and that is okay. It's not a big deal. It's perfectly normal. Like I said, the biggest thing to pay attention to is that the stitch next to it will sometimes distort and it'll look really small, so it can be easy to skip it or not notice it when you're counting the next 2 stitches. So just be sure that you're paying close attention to that stitch next to the shell. Now we're going to skip 2 and we're going to single crochet again. We're going to continue with our repeat here, so we're going to skip 2 stitches, and then into the third we're going to make our 5 double crochets to make our shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we should have 3 stitches left, so in that very last stitch we're going to make a single crochet. After this, I am changing colors of yarn mainly so that you can see how this pattern progresses, but you don't have to. So if you're going to change colors, now is when you will do that. So I'm going to secure this, and then for row 2, we're going to start with a chain 3. In this, it is going to count as a double crochet. So after chaining 3, we're going to turn our work. And now we're going to make 2 more double crochets into that same first stitch. 1 and 2. So that counts as 3 double crochets in 1. So now we are going to skip 2 and we're going to single crochet into that very top middle stitch from the shell below. So single crochet here. Now we're going to skip 2 and we're going to move on to that single crochet from row 1, and this is where we will place our shell. So here we're going to do 5 double crochets into that single crochet from row 1. Once you've completed your 5 double crochets, you're going to skip 2 and you're going to single crochet into the very top of that shell from row 1. Now we're going to skip 2 again, and into that single crochet from row 1 is where we'll make our next shell. So another 5 double crochets. Once you've done your 5 double crochets, you're going to skip 2 and single crochet into the top of that shell. Now we're going to skip 2 and we'll be on our last stitch, and we're going to make this side match the other side. So we're going to do 3 double crochets, the same as we did at the beginning of the row. So 3 double crochets into that very last stitch. Now again, for row 3, I am going to change colors, but you don't have to. So I'm going to get my yarn on here, and I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And now we're going to single crochet into that very first stitch. Now we're going to skip 2 and into that single crochet that connected to the shell below is where we're going to place our shell for this row. So here we're doing 5 double crochets into the same stitch. Now again, skip 2 and place a single crochet into the very top of the shell from the row below, and then skip 2 and place your next shell consisting of 5 double crochets. Once you've completed your 5 double crochets, you're going to skip 2 and you're going to single crochet into the very top of that shell from the row below, and skip 2 and make your next shell consisting of 5 double crochets. Okay, now we only have these 3 stitches remaining, and one of them is a chain 3. So directly into the top of that chain 3 space that counted as a double crochet from the row below, we are going to single crochet to end our row. To continue with this pattern, you're going to repeat rows 2 and 3 until your desired length. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial, and let me know what you want to see next from my channel, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.